Hey everyone, this is WobblyWallaby, and today I'll be doing a sneak peek of the new Divine Avenger Hero class, Rathgricy. I'll cover her skills, ruins, exclusive weapon, and show her in action. Will Rathgricy's angelic power live up to her name? Stay tuned to find out. Rathgricy is the hero class for Divine Avenger. You need to have the Divine Avenger unlocked to unlock her. In the Divine Avenger storyline, you do interact with Valkyries, so it's great that you can become one as well. Since she is a hero class, her skills are simplified and rely heavily on the core passive for a big boost in power. Here are her skills, which can be maxed out at job level 82. Her core passive is called 4-Wing Guardian. The more second line runes you have, the better your stats, and you can also unlock special abilities at level 4 and level 7. Rathgricy heavily relies on moving around to gain holy snow feathers. These feathers are required for many of her skills. You have to move around 20 meters to get a feather, and you can see you can have up to 4. You get an additional 9% additional movement speed and physical damage bonus for each feather you consume and lasts for 18 seconds. At level 4, consuming a feather gives you immunity to physical and magic damage within 2 seconds and clears a negative effect. At level 7, you reduce the cooldown of the skill Valkyrie by 2 seconds, which happens every time you deal damage. Running around is one of the things I dislike about this class. You can see the indicator under my HP bar showing how many feathers I have. I currently have 0, and you can see on my skill slot that 3 of my attack skills are disabled because I have no feathers. Next, I go on my mount and run around, and you can see the indicator going up. If you don't have a 50% move speed mount or gear and cards that increase your movement speed, this is going to be quite painful. It takes a while to get max feathers too, definitely a lot of cardio. For getting the second line ruins, it's quite painful too, and once again, you'll need to have plenty of S and S star ruins to get second lines. Luckily, if you need to buy ruins with BCC, you can use Smile.1. Smile.1 allows you to get discounted BCC and premiums for Ragnarok Mobile. They've been around for more than 8 years and have lots of global business partners for other games too. I'll put a link in the description. Thanks to Smile.1 for sponsoring this video. Next, I'll go through the skills in depth and also put the advanced ruins that affect it. First is the active skill Call of Heroes. Rathgricy consumes all her holy snow feathers and summons the same number of angels. Each angel will automatically charge the surrounding enemies every 3 seconds, causing Holy Feather Judgment times 150% damage to the target enemies within 3 meters, and with the negative effects of the Holy Feather Judgment. The angel lasts for 15 seconds and the cooldown is fixed and cannot be reduced. Note the cooldown is 27 seconds. Visually it looks very neat and you can see the area is huge. This damage is good for dealing with a big area, but I don't like that it consumes 4 feathers. You're sacrificing a lot. There are other AoE skills that I think are more spammable. Next is the active skill Command Charge. This makes your teammates around you and yourself enter the charged state. You're free from stiffness, immune to immobilization, increased movement speed by 30%, and will not be slowed down. This lasts for 10 seconds and has a 30-second cooldown. The Ruined Fighting Goddess can further decrease the cooldown by 1 to 10 seconds. I think this skill is fantastic and classes that benefit from faster movement speed for damage, such as Novice Guardian and Saitama, will love this buff. It also helps you run around faster and will help you get your feathers. This skill is very useful for both PvP and PvE. Next is the active skill Holy Strike. It changes the attack attribute of yourself and your teammates to Holy and increases the damage to undead and demon races by 30%. And gains an additional 30% physical attack and magic attack for yourself. This lasts for 30 seconds. I cast Holy Strike here to become holy, then hit the boss. This is a great skill since it boosts both your physical and magic attack by a lot, and many skills rely on this. I use this constantly. Next is the skill Holy Feather Judgment. You consume a holy snow feather, soar into the air, then after 1 second, you do a 4 meter AoE damage using both your physical and magic attack times 3350%. The enemy is unable to attack, and you also knock them back. The advanced rune also increases the duration that they cannot attack from 0.1 to 1 second. Here in Oracle Dungeon, I show Holy Feather Judgment. The animation looks really cool and the damage is nice. Although the damage is high, the setup takes long and I get interrupted the second time. Next is the passive skill Valhalla Glory. In Valkyrie's state, spread 100% recovery effects to teammates within 5 meters. Whenever you restore life through Valkyrie, increase your own holy attribute and abnormal state resistance by 10%. This lasts 10 seconds and can be stacked 5 times. This is a nice passive for survivability. Next is the passive skill Halo of Justice. This has some insane survivability since a shield will give 50% chance of being immune to damage when receiving damage. Also, if you're using the skill Command Charge, your teammates also have 30% chance to be immune to damage and it cannot be dispelled. This is fantastic for both PvP and PvE and is a busted passive. Next is the active skill Order Feather Blade. Rathgricy makes a feather blade attack on enemies within a range of 24 meters in front, causing physical attack and magic attack times 1500% physical damage every 0.5 seconds, lasting for 4 seconds. It also reduces target's physical damage defense by 10%, lasts for 4 seconds, and stacks up to 5 layers. The Aurora Holy Feather Star Rune gives you extra 10 to 50% more damage if you exceed the 200% move speed. This is a great skill to spam, and the fact that it reduces defense also makes this a great skill in legend runs. This is a skill that I spam the most often to do damage. It's also fantastic that it doesn't use any feathers and can keep attacking even if you're frozen or unable to attack. Next is the active skill Holy Wing Armor. This gives you great survivability since it consumes a Holy Snow Feather to prevent you from getting more than 20% damage dealt to you. You can also cancel the skill if you don't want this ability. The advanced rune also gives you more final damage reduction. I think this is a fantastic skill. Here I activate the skill and go towards Soul Player. I have 4 feathers. Soul Player hits me really hard and you can see the feathers going down and preventing me from taking a ton of damage. Next is the active skill Fire of Arrogance. This consumes a Holy Snow Feather, and every time you attack the enemy, they will burn 3% of max HP. The life loss due to burning can't be recovered and lasts 15 seconds and can't be dispelled. The rune Golden Flame Star Rune also reduces the enemy's physical damage by 1 to 30%. This is a fantastic skill for PvP, and not being able to recover HP is so annoying. Surprisingly, this does work on bosses too. They do get this burn damage done to them, and I'm pretty sure it's capped to prevent abuse. Next is the active skill Valkyrie. Rathgricy turns her race into Angel, increases her skill damage bonus and skill damage reduction by 30%, and puts herself in the state of Superior Body, which converts 5% of her skill damage into HP recovery for 30 seconds. The effect cannot be dispelled. This is a fantastic skill, especially in Legend instances where being an angel means you don't have to deal with the demi-human damage reduction. It also lasts for a very long time. The 75-second cooldown can be reduced by the core passive at level 7. You definitely want to spam this skill as much as possible. When you cast this, you also get the awesome angel wings, so people know you're a divine being. Next is her passive skill, Order Punishment. When Order Feather Blade deals damage, there's a 50% chance to put the target into a state of fixed body for 3 seconds. If the Order Feather Blade is cleared, the clearer will receive Order Feather Blade times 800% damage once and trigger fixed body. This seems really obnoxious for PvP, and I think people will complain about it, especially since Order Feather Blade is so easily spammable. Finally is the passive skill Sacred Destruction. This increases her max HP by 20%. When attacking an enemy, it will reduce the target's physical and magic penetration by 30% and lasts for 8 seconds. This is another absurd PvP skill that is going to annoy people a lot. Also, the HP boost is great for survivability. Overall, I'd say her skills are good for both PvP and PvE, and I'm looking forward to trying her out in Legend runs in future videos. Next is her weapon. The exclusive weapon is Zealous Judgment, which is a sword. It adds great physical and magic attack. Whether this is the best weapon is yet to be determined, but it is pretty solid so far. The tier 5 effect is great since it gives you a Holy Snow Feather every 8 seconds. If you can't run around, this will come in handy if you can't run around. So this alone might make this the best weapon for her. I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek, and stay tuned for more videos in the future. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Here's a video that I'd recommend. If you like sneak peeks, check out this playlist over here.